When did your relationship survive something that almost broke you? Less than a year after my husband Henry and I had our daughter Isabella, he became less involved. He wouldn't help me around the house and went days without playing with Isabella. It got to the point where she would cry when she saw his face. She no longer recognized him. I couldn't help but feel resentful about the way he was being, and whenever I called him out on it, he'd excuse my question by saying he was extremely tired. My mom even said this was him showing his true colors. So I decided to ask him about it one more time, and as I was crying, telling him how exhausted I was, and begging him to tell me why he no longer puts any effort into our family, he had the nerve to fall asleep. So that night, I locked the bedroom door to keep him out. But when I woke up in the morning, he was in the same position I had left him in, which angered me even more. I filled up a cup with water and tossed it on his face, but he had no reaction. That's when I knew something must be up. I tried to shake him, but he wouldn't react, and when I checked his pulse, I could feel it. So I called the paramedics, and within an hour, we were all in the hospital room. I spent the entire morning feeling like a horrible wife for kicking him awake when he was obviously not okay. And that's when the doctor told me that Henry had an advanced, undiagnosed heart condition. I damn near fainted when he said that, and I started crying. The doctor tried to calm me down, but he then said that the condition would explain the lack of energy Henry has had, and considering the critical condition he was in, they would need to perform a risky heart surgery. Before the doctor escorted us into the waiting room, I took Henry's phone out of his pocket, wanting to read our messages and see if he was telling anyone else about how he was feeling. I clutched onto Isabella as I silently wept in the waiting room, scrolling through his phone, but couldn't find anything. It seemed like he didn't even have the energy to text people, but once I checked his notes app, my jaw dropped. He had a note written saying, "To Loretta and Isabella," and there he wrote how he loves us both beyond what we could imagine, but he cannot muster up the strength to show it. He apologized for being this way, but he didn't want to bring it up and cause an argument. After reading his note, I had never felt such guilt in my life. I ended up crying myself to sleep with Isabella in my arms and woke up to the doctor tapping me awake. "Surgery is done. Would you like to see Henry?" he asked. I got up so fast and followed him to the room. Henry was lying there, and he immediately smiled once he saw us walk in. "There are my girls," he said with a slight smile, and I fell into his arms as I cried and apologized. The doctor said surgery went well, and Henry would slowly come back to his old self.